Nope.
I respectfully ask the board for a few extra minutes to go over all the issues I have.
No.
We take a vote on that, Mrs. Tool? Usually
sorry?
we usually take a vote on that. You can't just,
What I can ask
you
is.
can't
any board member
arbitrarily-
wants to make a motion to allow Mr. Choi additional time. There's no motion on the floor.
It's hard, Sam.
that means I only have 5 minutes, correct, Mr. Wendolowski?
That's correct, Mr. Choi. I haven't started yet, so tell me when you're ready.
Can I go 30 seconds into it and then start? or-
You started now, Mr. Choi.
The first issue I want to talk about is the bakery sale, which the board has yet to approve. I'm a member of the Wilkes-Barre Taxpayers Association. I'm speaking as an individual here. I believe that sale should be disallowed. You should disallow the sale of that property. You're going to get a scant $10,000 from this sale, with the promise of some development which probably will be made with taxpayer funds. This decision to pardon $440,000 is what bothers me still. There's the last August meeting, which was done in executive session. And even though Mr. Wendolowski tried to rationalize the fact that it was held in an executive session, I'm talking about the approval to forgive the $440,000 taxes on that to Mayor Lake. I think that's a disgrace. And I think the board, this board meeting made up of a few new members, might want to reconsider, if you're gonna, even though after this presentation, to disallow the sale of that $52,000, which is a large discrepancy between that and the assessed value of the property, which I understand is $500,000. I know that's an arbitrary figure as well. But $440,000 in tax forgiveness pales in comparison to a lousy $52,000, and you're going to get, what, $10,000 out of that? And where is that going to go? The next issue I have is the lupus business, which is totally outrageous. I'm just appalled that there are not more people here to talk about this. I want to know, I would like to know, Mrs. Toole, or from you or from any of the board members, first of all, what the chances are of a forensic audit here.
It's on.
Could you
I
not
will
take it
talk
off
to you
my
later.
time,
I'm
please?
sorry, I'll talk to you later. We'll answer that question.
And not only that, I would like to know, now, Mr. Prezara had knowledge, he's the one who approved these bills. That's pretty well established. Are you people going to sit there and tell me, especially, I'm sorry to single you people out, it's nothing personal, but Mr. Latinsky, Dr. Corcoran, Ms. Katzok, Dr. Namey even, not the new people on the board, Mrs. Toole, the expenses, you're going to sit there and tell me that you didn't know about the skyrocketing effect of these expenses to him from 2009, which was 2009 was $99,000, 2010 was $171,000, 2011 was $328,000. I mean, this to me is so appalling that it takes my breath away. And I can't believe that you, Dr. Namey, that you people lack the amount of integrity to sit there with a straight face and tell me that you had no awareness of this kind of situation getting out of hand like this to this man. Now, I raised this issue, if you remember correctly, in a December meeting here. I wanted to know why, first of all, we have not 2 but 3 solicitors. Get this, not 2 but 3. Every other school district that I've contacted only has 1. The budget for the school solicitor, this was written in the Times Leader, one of the local papers, rarely exceeds 6 figures in any of these districts. So we're talking a budget here for Mr. Lupus alone, plus Mr. Wendolowski, plus the other 3rd solicitor. I'm just taking a rough guess, but in 2011 had to exceed $500,000. And now you're sitting there, we're facing another related issue here. In May, you people have to approve, I'm sure you new people are aware of this, a preliminary budget. So I have a question to you, a separate but related question. Is there going to be any attempt, any concerted effort on the board's part to try to cut expenses, to try to cut spending in order to stave off this 0.8 mil or whatever the tax increase that you've already pretty much written in stone that you're going to impute to the taxpayer again? 1 minute?
One reminder.
That's the most, another critical but related question. I mean, I guess, I assume that there's going to be a concerted effort, maybe not to do that, to get into specifics here on that budget, and also to broach another subject. I guess with only a minute left, I want to do this, but Mrs. Toole, you mentioned to me that there's a meeting next week of the Budget and Finance Committee, of which Dr. Corcoran is chairs. And I would like to know straight off, I seem to have two different answers from you, Mrs. Toole. Is the public allowed at this meeting? And if so, can the public comment? If it is not allowed at the meeting, I think there's a violation of the Sunshine Law. Because the public deserves, in light of the situation here, 10 seconds or 10 minutes?
10 seconds.
In light of the situation here, I think, especially with the impending state budget cuts and all the problems that have accrued here with this board, why should we face another tax increase here? Thank you.
All right, Mr. Wendelowski will address